Alrighty, everybody. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back to another stream. We are picking up here where we left off from earlier. Yeah, we did a little bit of streaming earlier. We are now hopping back on into it because we do have a little bit of severe weather ongoing here. But what's up, everybody? Good to see you all. Hope everyone is well. Yeah, we actually just got a brand new. Excuse me. We actually just got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning literally as soon as I went live here. So, talk about perfect timing. I got a severe warning. Getting ready to head into Kentucky. Southeastern Missouri includes the Anniston area for Pine Hook, I'm sorry, it's Pinhook. Pinhook, East Prairie, Wilson City, and Wyatt. Let's see here. Yeah, got a little bit of gusty winds, high velocities in there. Let's see here. What's up, James? Saying hi, Andrew. Good to see you. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Rife? Saying, yo, Andrew, what's up, man? Good to see you. What's up, Tom? Thought I'd swing by before I fall asleep. Yeah, you're good, man. Good to see you. It's probably pretty late for you, isn't it? Out there. What's up, Just? Hope you're doing good. But yeah, so we do have a active severe thunderstorm warning in effect here. You can really see those high-end velocities there. Radar here is scanning. Shows about 47 knot winds here, wind gusts. But we are seeing in the warning potential wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour in quarter-sized hail. So you're doing good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it, my friend. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that storm. But we do have a lot more storm activity popping off now than we did earlier. Yeah, we were live earlier. Some of you guys were probably here earlier whenever we were. But here, let's bring up our overall radar. We're gonna hop y'all back over here. So this is the current radar right now. You see, we have quite a bit of storm activity over the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It looks like we have multiple storms here. Popping off here currently. We do have some across eastern Oklahoma. Arkansas, honestly, not really too active. Got a couple cells here. Bits of southern Missouri, getting a little bit of storms out here. But yeah, that one severe warning that we actually have over here in southeast Missouri looks like it is tracking towards Kentucky, getting ready to enter western Kentucky here pretty soon. But like I said, it is warned for quarter hail, as well as 60 mile per hour wind gusts. What's up, Squashy? Good to see you. Tom says it's just shy of 3 a.m. Somehow still awake. Or I wouldn't miss the first setup of the season. Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, it's pretty early there, huh? Good to see you, though. What's up, Frankie? Hope you're doing well. Brandon has a question saying, will Gilbertsville, Kentucky be active tomorrow? Let me pull up Gilbertsville. I can look and see if you're going to be in that risk here. Here, let's bring y'all back over here. I did fix my computer. Remember earlier, some of you guys probably remember, it was being a little weird, but I think I might have fixed it. Let's see here. Gilbertsville, Kentucky. Here we go. All right, so tomorrow we are out of the risk here. Yeah, we're just in a general thunderstorm threat, potential for a couple booms of thunder, but nothing big tomorrow. So you're good. Yeah, and even Friday we're not in the risk here. Today though we have a little level 1 out there by the region. So, anyways, what's up, Samuel? Good to see you. John says, let's see, be interested to see how Lubbock, Texas will be for tomorrow. Yeah, honestly, areas out west. So yeah, tomorrow's risk, we actually have a bit of a a little bit, a risk a little bit further west, essentially, than it is for today. We do have, portions of the central and eastern panhandle in that slight risk here. Central and western Oklahoma included as well as southern Kansas in that level 2 threat. So we'll definitely be on the lookout here for tomorrow. We do have actually a 10%, or sorry, not 10%, my bad, 5% chance for tornadoes tomorrow for some of these regions here. Also, we have a 15% risk here for damaging winds. It is a hatch risk here as well. And of course, we do have ourselves a 15% chance for hail. So, we could have triple threat yet again for tomorrow. Potential for tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. So, keep an eye on it. Christy, what's up? Good to see ya. Saying, what about Mount Vernon, Kentucky? I gotcha. Yeah, let me pull up Mount Vernon for you. Mount Vernon. All right, so today we're good. Tomorrow we're good, and day 3 we're fine. So we do have. I don't know, you probably noticed the light green shade over here. So this is a general thunderstorm risk, saying, hey, a couple booms of thunder is possible. But not really expected to be anything particularly severe. So potential for a couple booms of thunder, applies for today, applies for tomorrow, and on Friday. So nothing big. Just, like I said, a couple booms of thunder can't be ruled out. I will tell you what, though, y'all, we do need to keep an eye out for next Tuesday, because we do actually have another risk here from the SPC. Yet again, another busy day, it looks like, on Tuesday coming up here. Areas, Dallas-Fort Worth region included again, central eastern Oklahoma, eastern Kansas, central southern Missouri, central western Arkansas. So we'll have to be weather aware here on Tuesday as well. So, we're going to be quite busy. We're going to be quite busy here, man. It's been, obviously it's been pretty quiet up until this point. We're starting to go in this, or we're not quite in spring yet, but we're getting closer. I'm pretty sure it was already meteorological spring, if I'm not mistaken. Not too sure. Also, y'all probably noticed my new chair I got, which I love dearly. It is so nice. I'm trying to lock it in place, though. There we go. But yeah. So definitely things are picking up quite a bit here from the way that it looks. All right, let's hop on back over here to that severe warning here. We do have an active severe thunderstorm warning in effect for southeastern Missouri, including Wilson City, Wyatt, Anniston, and East Prairie. Let's see here. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. They do not have a tornado tag on that. Yeah, I was looking at the velocity a little bit ago. You can kind of see... we got a new extension warning now into West Kentucky. Yeah, you can kind of see where we have some heightened velocity here. This is likely a part of your downdraft within the storm here, which we definitely have quite a bit of heavy rain going on here with this storm as well. Maybe even a little bit of hail involved. Yeah, I mean the warning is there for quarter hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so gotta look out for both of them. But they did extend it now into West Kentucky, including La Center, Barlow, Blandville. See Bardwell and Wycliffe. See 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. So we'll definitely keep an eye out there for that. Let's see. Brandon says thank you. You are very welcome, man. Glad to help. Chris says thanks, appreciate it. You guys are very, very welcome. But yeah, the new warning is also for that. Okay, y'all, we're starting to get some new stuff popping off here. Got a new warning in southwestern Missouri. We got Cassville, Washburn. Cashville and Washburn there. So yeah, Washburn, let's see here. Eagle Rock, Shell Knob, and Jenkins. These areas are in the warning here. Quarter size hail in this one. Wind should be under 50. And then we also got a new warning down here in Texas. Just got 2 new warnings, man. This one's for Mineral Wells, Texas, including Salesville, Garner, Cool, Millsap, and Bennett. This one's for quarter-size hail as well. So yeah, wind gusts should be 50 or less. All right, let's see here. Fax wants me to take a look at a zip code. I gotcha. Let me go ahead and pull this up here for you. See what we got going on out that way. Here we go. Okay, so this is out here in out there by Topeka area. Gotcha. So you're up in northeast Kansas. Yeah, so today you're good. Don't have anything going on today. Tomorrow we do have a level 1 threat here for severe weather. Just a low-end severe weather threat here for tomorrow. Tornado probability is less than 2%, so you're probably not going to see any tornadic activity. We do have a bit of a gusty wind threat, 5% chance for that, and a 5% chance for hail. Now, going into day 3, of course, Friday, the big day. We definitely need you to be weather aware because Friday is going to be quite active from the way it looks here. Definitely is going to be a pretty active day overall. And like we've been talking about, tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds will all be a really big concern for the general region. So, please be weather aware on Friday, especially because it's definitely going to be probably a pretty big event, unfortunately. But we'll be there to help you guys. We'll be here to stream and all kinds of stuff like that. Now, I do want to bring up the models here. Let's bring up the latest HRRR. We got the 0 UTC run that came through. Honestly, now is starting to show bits and pieces of Friday. I'm going to go ahead and overlay the simulated reflectivity here, which we'll also compare that to the RRFS model. But it seems like the HRRR really wants some pretty high-end cape here. Let's see. That is most unstable. Here, let's pull up mixed layer cape here. So basically, CAPE stands for convective available potential energy. Basically, the instability in the atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, mixed layer CAPE seems to be pretty high for areas of like Oklahoma, portions of Kansas here, coming in on Friday. This is at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. I'm gonna grab a sounding. Let's see what the sounding shows here. Whoa, man. Yeah, those thermos are very nasty looking, kind of. We have some really heavy CAPE, like we talked about. Our lower levels, I mean, we got some pretty good, some pretty good moisture advection coming through here. A 63-degree dew point on your surface, just perfect. Some pretty strong wind shear as well. Definitely quite an active environment there. So, we'll have to definitely be watching that closely. Now, if I compare this with the other model, which is the RRFS model, we'll hop back to the 0 UTC run as well. So as we go into Friday, kind of the same thing happens. So more than likely, we were actually talking about this here earlier. More than likely, we're going to have kind of a main line develop here, kind of a main squall line that will kind of develop. But the thing is, and the biggest concern is going to be is some of these cells in the prefrontals, or ahead of the front in the warm sector. These isolated supercells could be the ones that could become pretty nasty. The big tornado producers, the big hail producers, and stuff like that. While the main line will more than likely be mainly a damaging wind type of threat. With a couple of embedded tornadoes and some damaging winds, of course, like we mentioned, and maybe some hail as well. We'll have to see, but really got to watch out for those prefrontal storms here. What's up, Michael? Good to see you. Let's see here. Crazy says, so the HRRR has a better environment, but storms aren't firing Friday. Huh? Storms are firing Friday. Let's see here. How's Kentucky looking? Well, Friday, not really much. Friday's pretty good in Kentucky. We really don't have much going on here. Today, though, we do have a level 1 threat for the western and northern part of Kentucky here, which just is a level 1 little severe weather threat. We got a little 2% chance for tornadoes. Areas out there by like Owensboro, Paducah. We are in the risk here. An isolated tornado can't be ruled out, but I mean the odds are still pretty unlikely. We do have a bit of a damaging wind threat, big old 5% chance here, and of course we do have a 5% hail threat as well. Let's see here. Max says, what is Knoxville looking like for Saturday into Sunday? I got to fly to Philadelphia. Gotcha. Well, Knoxville, let's see here. Actually, I'm gonna bring up the models for that. We'll have to shoot to the long range here. We'll go to the GFS. So let's do that now. So as we work way down in time, yeah, it does kind of look like we're going to be having maybe a bit of a front come through, but it's the way it looks from the GFS here. It seems like there's really not a whole lot of instability or really anything going on at that point. So, really not a whole lot of fuel available. The line kind of looks like it does decay as it approaches you. Yeah, so that's for Saturday, but we could still definitely get some remnants of the precipitation and stuff like that out of the system. But at least from what the GFS suggests, not really anything too crazy. Let's pull up the Euro. It's good to get some comparison going, Here we'll have to load up the MU cape here, the most unstable cape here, because it's the only one that the Euro has on this program. So this is the most unstable layer. Here, let's put the reflectivity on top here. Yeah, I mean, we'll probably get maybe a couple showers, maybe a couple storms, but it probably won't be anything significant, especially when comparing to the areas further west of you. So don't think we'll see much of anything super crazy. Let's see. What's up, Green? Good to see ya. Hope you're well. All right, y'all, let's hop back to the current radar here. We do have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. We have a new one up in Texas here. This includes Myrtle Springs, Texas, including Edgewood, Fruitvale, Grand Saline, and Wills Point. These areas are in the severe thunderstorm warning. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. So heads up to ya. Got another one to the west here. This is for Mineral Wells area, including Salesville, Garner, Cool, Millsap, and Bennett. Let's see here. Bryson says, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, of course. No problem. Max says, gotcha, so don't need to worry about delays on my flight. We'll have to see. Remember, that is global models, and global models are better for the macro scale of things, the big picture, and the like the HRRR that we've been looking at, and the RFS. Those are better for the micro scale, looking at the fine picture at higher resolution. But given that that's Saturday, it still is quite a few days out, in which we don't have the we don't have the micro scale models available quite yet. So just give it a couple days, and we'll have to see. But from the way it looks, it seems like there's a lot of instability that's depleting out there by that time. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. What's up, Shadow? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Green says, doing well. Thank you. Hope you're well too. Yeah, I'm good. I appreciate it. Hanging in there. Gonna be pretty busy the next couple days, but but I'm hanging in there. Hanging in there. All right, hop into southwest Missouri, you guys. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Cassville, including Shell Knob, Jenkins, Washburn, Emerald Beach, and Seligman. Is that how you say that? Seligman, maybe? This one is for core hail. So, yeah, just a little bit of hail up to quarter size possible on that storm there. Then, of course, we do have that new extended warning now into Kentucky. This one's actually tracking towards Paducah area, so a bit of a heads up. There's no guarantee that this storm specifically will still be existent by the time it approaches Paducah, but it's heading in that direction. Given the kinematics here, we do have some. I believe. Hold on, let's check up on the sounding here towards Nashville. It's the closest sounding we have. Let's see here. Yeah, the kinematics out in this direction aren't anything to. Aren't anything super excessive, but they work, which could have a couple of long track cells. Let's see here. Max says, as long as it's not severe, I should still be able to fly. I'm going to Tyson. Gotcha. Yeah. Well, also pilots, they fly around weather too. The only problem is if you're landing in weather, in bad weather. Well, you're always going to land in weather, but you know what I mean? If you're landing in bad weather, then yeah. But they do know how to navigate around it. It's very important. Meteorology and aviation tie into each other. So it's very very important to pilots too. But they won't directly fly into storms. All right, hopping over here to eastern Oklahoma. Got quite a bit of storms. I tell you what, man, they have a lot of lightning detection going on here. It seems like these things have quite a bit of lightning on them. So just don't be surprised if these storms do have some loud booms and quite flashy. All right, let's hop back over here to oh, wrong view. There we go. There we go. Sun went down, so unfortunately we can't look at visible satellite, but I'll tell you what though, we can look at infrared. We'll pull up infrared sat view. Satellite, we'll do let's do long wave. Oh, there you go. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. Yeah, you can see where the convection is. Yeah, that one cell out there by Kentucky. This is the one that's tracking towards Paducah here. Yeah, it's bubbling pretty good. Got some pretty deep convection going on these cells. Max says something is wrong with the chat. I can't see my chats like 2 minutes after I've sent them. Huh. That's weird. Try restarting your app. Sometimes technology can be a lot of fun to deal with. Just like earlier with me on my stream earlier. If you guys were here for that, well, yeah, you probably knew what happened on my stream earlier. And if you don't know what happened on my stream earlier, one of my monitors went out. My computer had like a stroke or something, and it just froze up one of the streams, or not streams, the displays. Anyways, but yeah, if you restarted it, I mean, it should work. Maybe. The classic turn it off and turn it back on method. Yeah, you got some pretty gusty winds on this one storm. This is out here by Wycliffe. Is that Wycliffe? That's out there by Blandville, Bardwell, and Barlow. This is basically as far west of Kentucky as you can get. But we do have a severe warning out here in place, which is warned for 60 mile per hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail. So we'll keep an eye on that. Hopping back to southwest Missouri, we have Cassville, Jenkins, Shell Knob. It's got a little bit of a tail on it. Look at that. Huh. I don't think it's any big danger or any big concern right now. Yeah, I mean, they don't even have a tornado possible tag on that right now. I wonder if here, let's bring up the I'm going to bring up meso analysis here. Here we go. Perfect. Here, we'll bring this over here for you guys. Hop y'all back over here. Yeah, so meso analysis will kind of like show me what the conditions are like locally, roughly. So this is up in southwestern Missouri. I'm curious, what's our lower level shear right now? Let's do 850 millibar. We got about a 30 knot lower level jeb right there on that storm there. Definitely an interesting shape. Kind of resembles a supercell there. Let's see here. So there's that. Let's pull up our mid-level shear. Yeah, I mean, it looks like there might be a little bit of veering going on. Basically, the wind direction is changing with altitude. And that change and an increase in wind speed with altitude can actually create some spin. Yeah, I mean, looking at photographs, you can see they are pretty curvy. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna watch that storm here. We're gonna watch it pretty close. We'll see what happens with it. I mean, that's like kind of resembling a hook echo there, you know? So if you don't know where this is southwest Missouri. You can see the state of Missouri. There's St. Louis over here. This is far, literally bottom southwestern Missouri. Let's see, scary shape storm. Yeah, Definitely got a little bit of a scary shape to it. We'll keep an eye on it though. I mean, like right now, the SPC or not SPC, the NWS National Weather Service, they don't have any tornado tags on it or anything like that. So, all right, sounds good, Tom. Yeah, get some sleep, man. You know, it's 3 a.m. for you, so or 4 a.m. probably now. Let's see. But by the way, guys, if y'all have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I'll be more than happy to help. But yeah, that does make sense, though. We do have a little bit of a veering profile here. What's our instability out here? Not a whole lot, but huh. No, that shape makes sense though. It does. You know, given the kinematic environment there. Shadow put a hook. Yeah, it is a bit of a hook, huh? We'll keep an eye on it. It's a very skinny hook though. Not really much can be seen on it at the moment. It is getting closer to the radar, which will help. All right, let's bring it down a little bit to the south. We have a couple other warnings here. We're gonna hop over towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We have 2 active severe thunderstorm warnings here. The first one on the right-hand side. This is right to the right of Dallas area. This includes Edgewood, Fruitvale, Grand Saline, Myrtle Springs, and Wills Point. This one is, let's see here, quarter size hail. So yeah, just more of a potential for for some hail and not necessarily damaging winds or anything like that. So maybe just a little bit of hail on that storm there. And then of course we go to the west here. We have Garner and Cool. That's in the warning here. This is for quarter size hail as well. Yeah, it seems like down here these are mostly just hail concerns. See here. Usually not a good time. What on that hook there? Yeah, I mean, we'll watch it, but no need to worry. I mean, there's no tornado warning or anything like that yet. I mean, we'll certainly watch it. You know. Oh, that one cell actually just southwest of it just went severe warned. Look at that. Yeah, this one includes Hiwassee. Is that how you say that? Am I saying that right? Hiwassee, Bella Vista, and Pea Ridge. Also Centerton. This one's warned for both 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. So, but good to see you, Mark. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you are doing good. Yeah, I hope you guys have been having a good day out there. Other than the severe weather, I get it. It's a little iffy, but it's gonna be this way for the next couple days, unfortunately. But we'll get through it. Like I said, I'll be here to cover a lot. I mean, yeah, we were here earlier. We covered about 2 hours. I do plan on definitely covering Friday. Friday's gonna be a big day, unfortunately. Hiwassee, but very close. Oh, gotcha. Thank you, Roy. What's up, Cheryl? See, it's just rain and thunder and lightning in Carrollton, Texas. Gotcha. Here, let me pull up Carrollton. I can look at the storm for you if you want me to. I'm sure you probably do, so let me pull it up. Carrollton, Texas. Oh, yeah. You're out there by the Dallas area. Yeah, actually, we got a... Oh, yeah, you're right here. You're right in that. Yeah, we got some pretty big echoes. Echo returns here on radar. This is a good, 50 dBz or so. That's indicating heavy rain. We actually do have a flash flood warning south of you, though. This is out there by, like, Duncanville and stuff like that. See, 3 to 4 inches of rain is falling. Wow, additional amounts of 1 to 2 inches. Here, let me pull up the total precip. The storm total precip. This is based off of radar. Whoa, man, look at that. Holy cow. So you glad you're live? Woo, thunder's loud. Yeah, these are loud storms. They're very energetic. They have a lot of instability and or not. Well, that too, but where I was really going with that is they have a lot of lightning in them. Yes. But yeah, just stay away from windows if you can. It's best that you're not near windows because, for example, you can have lightning strikes that strike trees, and if you've seen lightning strike a tree, I mean it's crazy. So just stay away from windows, and then you should be fine. Sounds good, Tom. Look at Fort Smith. Okay, Fort Smith, Arkansas. Here, we'll pull up our reflectivity. Oh, you talking about this guy here? Yeah, we might keep an eye on that one. Ooh. I don't like that. Yeah, we're gonna watch this one too. To me, it looks like it's trying to develop. Look, it has a little inflow notch here on velocity. You can kind of see it. Yeah, because that's going away from radar, so that's coming. That's going this way. So that's an inflow notch right there. And then this is likely an RFD, a rear flank downdraft, trying to develop here, or has developed. Yeah, let's keep an eye on that storm. And of course, we have this the severe warned one. They actually upped the hail on that one, on the hook echo one. Yeah, this is now up to 1.25 inches in diameter. What are the models looking like for tomorrow? Where at? Lightning scares me. It can startle you. I love lightning personally, but I hate it when it's like, see, it's a love hate thing. I love a good strike, and it's cool like whenever you know it's gonna happen. But the problem is that sometimes you get these strikes that strike like right next to you. You have no warning. It's a bright light and then a loud bang almost immediately. So it's like you can't really expect it coming because it just hits without warning. Those ones can startle you. They can give you a little bit of a jump scare, but. Actually, there was one storm that we had a couple weeks back that did that. I had the door open because I was getting ready to film it, and then there was a lightning strike. By the way, don't do that. I'm an idiot. So, but yeah, I was filming it, or I was getting ready to hit record, and then one struck nearby, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going back in. Let's see here. West Kentucky is getting hit pretty hard. Yeah, we do have that severe warning here. Let's bring y'all back over here. Oh, did we get a new warning on this? Huh. Yeah, let's bring this back. Oh, apparently we got reports of quarter size hail at 227 UTC. This is in Mississippi County, Missouri. All right, let's bring up Paducah radar here. Let's see here. So this warning is for Blandville, including Wick. Oh, how do you pronounce that one again? Somebody told me in the chat. Shoot. Anyways, but Blandville and Bardwell. Yeah, this thing had a bit of gusty winds on it. These allergies are starting to get to me, man. Yeah, they're starting to get pretty bad down in Florida. We'll see what are the models looking like tomorrow in Texas. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's bring that up real quickly. Let's see here. We'll hop to this panel here. Yeah, I'll bring up the HRRR. Yeah, we're well within range now for the her model, so we'll bring this up. So we go down in time. Yeah, it seems like we could have a couple discrete sells, honestly. Let's grab a sounding. This is for 6 p.m. Eastern, so 5 Central tomorrow. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that looks pretty interesting. Definitely got some strong veering there. You see that? The lower levels, they veer there. Dew points here in the lower 60s. We have a pretty good amount of instability, pretty good amount of cape, which you can see that, it's pretty thick throughout a lot of the mid-atmosphere. Wow. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. Yeah, D-cape 1,000 joules per kilogram. That could definitely support some strong downdrafts. Therefore, strong, possible damaging winds and stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, allergies suck. The thing is, I used to never get them. I used to never get them at all. But here, let me bring up the sounding. I just realized you guys couldn't even see it. I apologize. But yeah, it sucks. I used to never get them at all until like probably 10 years ago. That's when I started getting them. All right, let's see. I'm gonna bring back up our radar. Yeah, we got a handful of storms going on now. As soon as we went live, there was like none. No, that hook's kind of falling apart. Good. Yep. So this concludes Eagle Rock, Emerald Beach, Arrow Point, Golden. This is Southwest Missouri, by the way. Shell Knob. These are all areas in severe thunderstorm warnings for. Why does this say 1 knot? Max wind gust 1 knot. I guarantee you it's a lot stronger than that. It's wind gusts 50 or less. The one up top, yeah, these are both actually for 1.25 inch hail. So that is $half hail. Molly says it's bad in Carrollton, Texas. Or is it bad in Carrollton, Texas, or just rain? Let me pull up Carrollton then. Carrollton, Texas. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's coming down pretty good. It's not anything severe, but it is a strong storm. There is definitely quite a bit of lightning going on, and there's a lot of lightning detection. But severity, it's not severe. It's not considered a severe storm. Yeah, velocities are pretty weak underneath the storm. It's just kind of a typical storm, but nothing too crazy on this. But the biggest thing is the lightning, and I'm sure it's pretty loud. I'm pretty sure it's some pretty loud thunder going on with it. From all this lightning, there's a lot of strikes being detected there. So yeah. Yeah, I'm curious about tomorrow's event, though. Looks like it'll mostly be like for the panhandle of Texas, going into like western Oklahoma, and then of course we're gonna have the big day on Friday. Yeah, we're gonna be quite busy. Yep. So here's the big picture. This is the reflectivity. This is the radar right now in the big picture. So we got quite a bit of activity, especially up there by the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Got quite a few cells popping off right now. Eastern Oklahoma got some storms popping off. Southern Missouri. A couple showers out here by lower Indiana. Got a couple. Shadow says, I hate storms, especially with lots of lightning. It reminds me of a traumatic event I went through in August 2023. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, no, lightning can startle you for sure. Hog says day 7 slight. Yeah, we actually talked about that a little bit ago. Next Tuesday, we have another 15% risk area. So not only do we have, like today's risk here, if we'll bring up today's slight risk that we have. Tomorrow we have that other slight risk here. And then Thursday, of course, or sorry, Friday, we have the big enhanced. But then you go into day 7, which is next Tuesday. And, we got ourselves another 15%. This one's pretty big, too. I mean, this covers... a lot of northeast Texas, out there by like Dallas, Fort Worth area. Seems like Dallas area is kind of in a pattern here where we're getting severe weather after severe weather. And a big reason, or the big reason why, is because of strong moisture advection. A lot of that warm and moisture-filled air just flowing in from the south, man. It's all coming up into the country. And, Dallas being fairly close to the Gulf here, ish, kind of. Close enough in weather standards. So, yeah. It's really just pulling in a lot of moisture. I feel like there could be a small SIG too for tomorrow's outlook. What the new outlook that they have. It's so weird, man. It's going to take me a while to get used to that. The new SPC outlook that they have now. It's different. It's really different. I mean, I've been tracking storms for many, many, many years, and it's like it's just engraved in my head of the normal SPC outlooks, and it's just like this whole new system is just so weird to me. It's so different, and the fact that they're getting rid of the NAM. It's not like I use NAM that much because it's never accurate model in AM. No, it's actually the North American model is what it stands for. But no, it's them removing that, them changing the SPC outlooks, and it's just like, wow, everything's changing. Crazy. Cheryl says Carrollton, Texas is loud. Yeah, it will be. It will be. Yeah, these storms are they're pretty strong, but they're not severe out there where you're at. If we hop on back over here, back to the radar out there by Carrollton, you can see on velocity, the velocities are pretty low. Yeah, not anything super crazy, but if you look at reflectivity, though, you can see there's some pretty heavy rain that's going on out there, and quite a bit of lightning activity. Yeah, my advice is just stay indoors, away from windows. That is what I'd recommend. Shadow says, do I think that Southeast Michigan could see anything serious next Tuesday into Wednesday? Next Wednesday is really pushing it. I mean, that's like what, almost a week, or that is a week out, right? Let me bring up the models. Here, we'll hop back to GFS for a minute, and we'll pull up the GFS. So Michigan, obviously, I mean, it's pretty high up north, which is harder for that moisture to get to you, because I mean, you're far away from the Gulf. You have to have a really strong lower to do it. For this time of the year, anyways, the later months, everything heats up and it's easier to get the moisture and stuff. But this time of the year, it's kind of hard. This is for Saturday morning. There's some instability in the atmosphere, but at lower levels are not supportive, really. Next Monday, Tuesday, yeah, this is really far out, really far out. I mean, we're pushing like, I say we're pushing a week, too far out to tell. But just know that the Storm Prediction Center does not have any risk for Michigan at all for any of the days. There's no risk here for that. Actually, Western Michigan has a marginal for Friday. But other than that, no. Let's see. All right, sounds good, Tom. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, really the only thing for Michigan, really West Central Michigan, is just a level 1 threat for Friday. But I'm talking like extended, like day 4 and beyond. Nothing. All right, let's hop back down here. All right, hold on a minute. Actually, all of our severe thunderstorm warnings, except for the one in Missouri, got canceled. This is the only warning we have. Southwestern Missouri here. This is for Arrow Point, Emerald Beach, Shell Knob, including Kimberling City, Indian Point, Coney Island, Table Rock, Reed Spring, Branson West. And this is warned here for quarter-sized hail. Yeah, the winds, it's actually been observed, believe it or not. Yeah, these winds have been observed, so... Or, sorry, the hail has been observed. But that's the only warning. Actually, we just got a new one. Brand new warning in Texas. Whoa, okay, Mineral Wells reported 2-inch hail. Look at that. What time was that? 2:57 UTC. That was not long ago. Or hold on a minute. It was less than an hour ago. Let's see here. Or hold on a minute. Yeah, it was. Yeah, less than an hour ago we got that. Huh. But yeah, we do have that severe warning though. This is, let's see here. This is east of Dallas. This is out for Lawson, Combine, Grandal, Forney, which this one's warned for. Whoa. Okay, this one has 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and ping pong ball hail. That's 1.5 inches in diameter. Wow. Yeah, that'll dent some cars if it hits right. Yeah, so stay indoors, away from windows. There is a lot of lightning activity on that one. I mean, that's like quite a bit of activity on that. So, once again, that includes Seagouville. What? Is that Seagouville? Including Crandall. Oh, not Grandal. Crandall with a C. Crandall. Lawson, Forney, and Talty. Dew point out here is 65. It's good moisture. It's got good moisture. Yeah, all these storms do. So it's between that and the Missouri storm that we're kind of keeping an eye out there for right now. Here, let's go back a little bit. Actually, we're gonna bring up the last like 4 hours of radar here. We're gonna play this. You can kind of see how it evolved out there by the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I mean, you guys got drenched today. I mean, because it started earlier, a couple storms, and then we started getting some influence from the south, started pushing north. I mean, that's just, it was going east, and then it started pushing back north, so it's stalling a lot of rain over the area. It's been causing a lot of flooding. Yeah, then we got some cells up here in eastern Oklahoma heading in towards Arkansas. Southern Missouri's got some activity. And then, of course, we have a little bit of stuff coming in towards Kentucky. But, yeah, they canceled that one warning out there. Paducah coming up on a storm, though. Not severe warning. It was previously a warning, but it's no longer warned here. See, I'm not worried about Saturday as much. I'm worried about next week now. Gotcha. Well, next week it's too far out to tell. I mean, the only thing is next Tuesday we have the what's it called? Next Tuesday we have that 15% risk. So we'll keep an eye out there for that. But that's out of your area. That's out of your area. Yeah, I mean that's for mostly the plains in the Midwest. All right. But like I said, guys, if y'all have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I'll be more than happy to help y'all. Just wanted to hop on here for a little bit tonight. I wasn't sure if I was going to or not, but I decided I wanted to, so we are here. All right, got that severe warning in southwest Missouri. This includes Shell Knob, Coney Island, Kimberling City, Branson West, Arrow Point, Emerald Beach. Quarter hail on that one. Yeah, this is just kind of a low end severe warning storm here. Hope it doesn't affect Michigan significantly. It won't. It shouldn't. I mean, like I said, there's no risk right now for Michigan from SPC. So, and that's pushing far in advanced. I mean, we'll keep it within the week. I mean, typically within the first 5 days. I don't like to go too much further out of that. What's up, Maggie? Good to see you. Saying, hey, any risk for Springfield, Missouri, or just south? Yes, Springfield does have a risk here. Let me bring up the area here. So for today, we do have that level 2 threat for severe weather for today. Looking at radar now, Springfield, we actually got a couple of thunderstorms out here. These guys are nothing. They're not anything severe. We do have a severe warning to the south, though, by Kimberling City. So we do have that in effect here. That's that one for quarter hail. But yeah, going into tomorrow, we do not have a risk here. However, going into Friday, we have a level 2 threat as well. So you got to keep an eye out there for Friday. Maggie, we'll be live here to cover this event. Let's see, the audacity to add beach to a name of a town that isn't on the coast is, yeah, that's fair. Yeah. But yeah, once again, everybody, we do got to be really weather aware on Friday, though. Like I said, I know we got a lot going on now over the next few days, but Friday is going to be the biggest of the days. The main reason is because we're going to have a lot more wind shear, a lot more strong winds throughout the atmosphere, which is going to organize these storms, a little bit more efficiently and all that. Still having tons of good moisture advection, good amounts of moisture, instability, stuff like that. I'm wondering if that one is heading to Springfield. That severe warning storm. Let's see here. Let's bring back up the radar here. We'll bring you guys back over here. This one looks like it's heading away from Springfield. It's just south of you. So Springfield is right here. So that's Springfield, and the storm is kind of tracking this way. So it'll miss you. It's pouring rain in Branson. Yeah. There's a lot of heavy rain going on out for a lot of these areas here. Yeah, these storms are pretty energetic. Yeah, they definitely do have some pretty crazy lightning activity on them. That is for sure. All right, so let's see. We'll pause this real quickly. So we do have two warnings in effect. The first warning is in southwest Missouri. This includes Shell Knob, includes Kimberling City, Indian Point, Coney Island, Table Rock, also Reed Spring and Cape Fair. This is for quarter-size hail. And then, of course, we go down towards Texas, where we do have that other severe warning for Forney, Lawson, and Crandall, which this one's for ping pong low hail. Yeah, this one has some big hail on it. Let's see here. How do I think Northern Indiana will be on Friday night into Saturday morning? Also, do I think there'll be an outbreak Tuesday, possibly? It's hard to say an outbreak, but severe weather will definitely be quite possible on Tuesday. But you wanted to know about Indiana on Friday going into Saturday morning. Gotcha. Here, let's pull up GFS here, because that is still. Yeah, the HRRR can't reach out that far. So there is instability. There is fuel for storms. This is 4 p.m. on Friday. Yeah, absolutely. So this is definitely a thunderstorm environment here. Good amounts of instability throughout the atmosphere. Good amounts of moisture advection. Tons of moisture available for the storm. The wind shear isn't anything super extreme. Isn't super duper strong, but it's enough to get some organization going. There's a little bit of a curvature movement here to our hodograph. This type of sounding could be for maybe a little bit of severe weather. Kind of more of a marginalized event. I mean, like, none of the parameters are screaming anything excessive, but perhaps maybe an isolated weak tornado in the general area. Odds of you specifically getting that's very unlikely, very, very low. But I mean, yeah, this environment could support them in theory. Evan says, "What about Mountain View, Missouri?" Let's see. Yeah, Mountain View's, I think, is in a in kind of the decent threat here. So for today, today we're in that level 2. Let's see. We'll pull up current radar now. So there's not a whole lot going on out by Mountain View right now. We do have a storm to the northeast heading away from you. As the night progresses, these storms will likely work their way towards you. You are under a severe thunderstorm watch here, so keep an eye out there for that. Cheryl says, "So glad you're live. Dallas has high water all over the place." Yeah, I saw that. We do have quite a few flash flood warnings in effect here. We have one for literally Dallas. Dallas is under it. Lancaster area. Between 1 and 4 inches of rain's fallen, with additional amount of up to an inch in the forecast. And then we have another one out by Canton and Wills Point. This one is for, between 2 and 4 inches of rain's fallen, with an additional, the expected rainfall rates of 1 to 2 inches in 1 hour. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 3 inches possible. Wow. Yeah, please be careful. Here, let me pull up the excessive rainfall outlook here. Hold up 1 second. There's so much stuff on this thing. It takes me forever to find it all the time. Let's see. It would be under WPC, right? I know you're around here somewhere. You know what? I'm just going to bring it up on this program. This program makes it so much easier to do it, because you can just go here, Weather Prediction Center, excessive rainfall. Boom. So much better. Yeah, we do have a pretty interesting shaped risk here. This is the excessive rainfall risk here today. Very long slight risk, which is at least a 15% chance of flooding every 25 miles. Then, of course, we have another level 2 for central southern Ohio and southeastern Indiana. Let's see here. Thank you, Colorado. I appreciate that. Honestly, I prefer blizzards instead of severe weather. The effects of blizzards last a lot longer. Can. Unless it's like a super severe storm. If it's a severe thunderstorm that doesn't really cause any damage, then the blizzard would last longer. With heavier snow, it takes a while for it to go away. But I would personally, if I was a kid, again, I loved snow as a kid. I still like it, but I don't like being in it. It sucks to work in too. Because I used to work with my dad. He's a plumber, and I used to work with him. And there's been a couple jobs where we work together in the snow, and it's not fun. So between that and, but if you're just sitting home watching it, then yeah. But I'm also a Floridian now. I've been here for a while, and I've kind of gotten used to the warmth. And I would not do very well in the cold, as we found out earlier this year. Got to 23 back on the 1st last month, and it was cold. What's up, Braven? Good to see you. How much rainfall could Southeast Michigan could get over the next couple of days? Let's see here. Let me pull this up. Depends on the model, but we'll do total precipitation from GFS. Well, we'll do a comparison actually. Here, we'll do this panel. GFS on the left, the American model on the right. Or sorry. The GFS is the American model. Sorry, the GFS on the left, the American model, and then European ECMWF on the right here. So there you go. So I'm not gonna go super far out. Michigan barely gets any rainfall, honestly. Although I will tell you what, though, a lot of like Texas and Arkansas. See, the Euro wants it kind of more in spots, you know, kind of like every now and then you get some heavy patches, but yeah, GFS is more consistent of like a more broad area. I mean, that goes all the way up to the Ohio Valley. Yeah. But anyways. Yeah, definitely quite a bit. Quite a bit. All right, so we got a severe warning in effect, y'all. This is for basically out there by the Dallas area in Texas, just east of Dallas, including the Lawson area, including Crandall, let's see here, Tully, and Forney. This is in effect for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. So then we have Missouri, got another severe warning in effect. Which this one's for kind of an interesting looking cell there for quarter hail. So not even for damaging winds. It's just for hail up to quarter size. So other than that, the rest of these storms are not severe. Although they're pretty strong, I'll tell you that. I mean, they got a lot of lightning activity on them. I mean, if I disable radar, look at this. So the red shows lightning within the last 60 minutes. The yellow shows it within the last 40 minutes, and then the white is like recent, within like the last 20 minutes, and you can see it just piles up. Quite electric these storms are. That they are. See your ping pong ball hail at 6-mile-per-hour wind. Is that Kaufman? Oh, that's this one right here, right? Wait, Kaufman. Where's that at? What state is Kaufman in? Unless that's the Missouri one, right? No. Is that Texas, I'm assuming? Okay, let me pull it up. Kaufman, Texas. Okay. Here, let's go back down to Texas for a minute. This had to have been earlier. Kaufman, this is west of Canton. Makes it so hard to see the the towns. Kaufman. Okay, so this is. Yeah, I don't see any reports out there. Anyways, as of right now, there's no severe warnings in effect for Kaufman. We got Crandall. Let's see here, Talty and Forney, Lawson area. Yeah, this one's for 1-inch hail for quarter hail. They actually downgraded this warning. It was at 1.5, but they brought it down to 1. Yeah, they brought it down to 1 inch in diameter. Oh, got a new warning in effect. New severe thunderstorm warning for Texas. This includes Bridgeport's, Alvord, and Chico. I think that's how you say that. This one is for 1.25-inch hail and wind gusts under 50 miles per hour. So that is that. All right, everybody. Honestly, I think I'm probably getting ready to roll off here for the night. I need to get some rest and stuff because we got to cover tomorrow too for a bit. But we did a little over 3 hours of coverage today, which I think is pretty good. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for some more coverage and stuff, and we'll definitely be here for Friday. Friday's going to be a big day. But if you guys have any questions before I roll off here, let me know. Let me know. Yeah, I mean today is a level 2 threat. I mean if this was like a a much larger of a threat, if there was more activity, then I'd probably be here a lot longer. But I mean it's been knock on wood, knock on wood. I don't even think there's been any tornado warnings today. At least I haven't seen any. So. Squashy says, thanks for the coverage. You're very welcome. Of course. Green says, thank you. You are very, very welcome. Yes, Shadow, I will. All right, sounds good, Tammy. Thanks for joining, man. Appreciate it. But you guys take care. We'll see you guys later tomorrow. All right. Y'all be safe. Try not to worry about the weather. It'll be all right. We'll get through it. And we'll see y'all here for tomorrow. Do I think moderate on Friday? I don't know, honestly. We'll see. We'll see. But as of now, I mean, I see why they're still holding the enhanced. It depends. It depends on the models and stuff. You're welcome, Maggie. No problem. But all right, everybody. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see y'all here for tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.